Hello there. I wanted to take this time today to share with you this exciting time in my life. I have recently been called to serve as a local missionary right here in the South Congaree, West Columbia area of South Carolina. Let me tell you a little bit about how this has developed over the past 2 or 3 years of my life. So going back a little more over 2 years or so, I started to develop a passion for leadership, program management, organizational development, and areas such as that. I've had the opportunity to teach for a local college in the area of leadership development and done a lot of studying about those things as well, and not really understanding at the time what God's plan was for all of that. We have been attending a church across town about 30 or 35 minutes away from our home, a very missions-oriented church, a wonderful church, a Bible teaching church. Around the same time as I was learning these leadership and development skills, we really started studying authors like David Platt and folks of that nature who were really missions-oriented and spoke a lot about how we could be living our lives differently right here in the United States. So about 8 or 9 months ago, I started feeling a bit of a tug to help some people out in our local community. Driving by some neighborhoods that, quite frankly, are impoverished. 1 in 5 families in South Carolina live in poverty. That means they don't have enough resources to provide adequate food or shelter, not adequate clothing in the wintertime. So we all drive by neighborhoods every day, most likely, here in South Carolina that are impoverished. But as I drove by these neighborhoods, I just felt a need. I felt God saying, hey, you know what? You need to go serve these people. You need to help give them the things they need to better their situation. And I didn't really know how to do that. So I met with a couple local pastors over the past several months, and we tried to develop some plans to do that. And everything sort of fell through the cracks. Nothing came into place. And so prayed through it and still felt the call to help these folks in my local community within 5 to 10 miles of my home right here in South Carolina. And just prayed through it, and it sort of hit my heart that in order to make an impact in the community, I did not need to be attending church and worshiping in a community that was 35 minutes away from here. So we made a prayerful decision to change churches late in the summertime, specifically for the purpose of being on mission right here in South Congaree and in the West Columbia area. A lot of times in the United States, people change churches because they don't like the pastor, they don't like the music, they don't like the Sunday school class, the coffee was cold, whatever it is. But in our case, we just decided that we're going to change churches in order to fill this mission that God has laid on my heart. And so we've done that, and I met with the pastor of a local church here, and this was a very exciting time because as I laid out the past 2 years of my life and what was on my heart, he began to lay out what his church had been developing over the past couple of years and came to the conclusion that they had a lot of workers and they had a lot of people that wanted to impact the community here. They had a lot of people that wanted to impact poverty. What they were lacking was somebody to lead the whole thing, and they were lacking somebody to develop leaders to make these programs work, and they were lacking somebody to manage these programs. Well, that married up perfectly with my previous 2 or 3 years of study, and so it's amazing how God works. And so through all of that, we've developed a program called SCiLS, which is the South Carolina Institute of Leadership and Success. Through the SCiLS program, we hope to develop leaders, develop individuals, and develop communities. We know that in order to impact the poverty cycle, what I call the poverty disease process, you have to really make long-term changes. So it's important, it's very imperative that we meet basic needs, right? So we provide food to people, we provide them clothing, safe shelter, and all of those things. And we have to meet those immediate needs, but we also have to impact their long-term lives. And so we're going to be developing programs that impact things like providing affordable and safe childcare, supporting education, both at the elementary level and the high school level. We're going to be supporting job skills and life skills at the high school level and the adult level. And we're going to be providing some financial literacy training because those things have been shown to have a long-term impact on the poverty disease and the poverty cycle. And so that's our vision going forward. And I wanted to share that with you because it's a very exciting time in our life. Look for some more information on SCiLS, again, the South Carolina Institute of Leadership and Success. Social media will be up hopefully by the end of the week. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know how I can help you. If you're interested in learning about being a local missionary, if you're interested in learning about the SCiLS program, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to sit down and talk with you some more about those things. Thank you so much for your time, and if I can help you in any way, please let me know.
The South Carolina Institute of Leadership and Success exists to provide the tools necessary to empower communities, families, and individuals in the areas of leadership and success. We provide the leadership skills and tools to coordinate successful community, family, and individual improvement programs. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the South Carolina Institute of Leadership and Success. Please follow us on social media, and feel free to contact us if you need any more information.